Konnichiwa. All right, what do we want to do today? Let's what needs an edge? This needs an edge for sure. This needs an edge.
I don't really have anything that needs an edge except for this bad boy, slick ass edge right here.
This needs an edge again. Oy.
I hate a sharp but slick edge. My God, yep. I hate it.
I could use an edge. All right. We got 4 things that need edges, so.
Yeah, when they mark these down to $79 on Amazon, I grabbed one of each. That's a hell of a deal for these Veneve plates right here.
How much was it?
$79. They're normally for these right here. They're normally $120, but at $79, man, these are good stones for that. I went ahead and picked them up, even though I have the 3x8s. But hell yeah, I'll take 8 by 1.5 for $79. And this is the 2mm thick ones too, not the 1mm thick ones.
Nice. I'm not very good with sharpening like that. My blades always turn out wavy.
Yeah, man, it's a time thing. Something. Only way to learn it is to do it and spend a lot of time doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
That was it. Get some not so great knives, but they can't be bad knives. You know what I mean? They got to be like middle of the road, like D2 or 14C, and then use those to try and sharpen on.
Yeah, that's
something you don't have you don't want to have an emotional attachment to whatever you're learning freehand sharpening on.
And you got a common mistake you'll hear, like a lot of sharpeners will tell people, and I always advise against it. You'll hear them say, go buy the cheapest knives you can, learn to sharpen on. Don't do that. Don't do that. It needs to be at least decent. Sharpening crap steel is a lot harder than sharpening decent steel.
I typically just use a machine like, well, how do you say your name? Is that W3OY-RAY, or how do you say that?
That's W3OY. That's actually my amateur radio call sign.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Hey, how about this? How about this story? Check this out. Today, I opened my email up, and inside my email is an email from a gentleman. And he goes on to say that he was looking up his grandfather online, which got him to my amateur radio site.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, because his grandfather was the original W3OY.
Oh, really?
And I have a ton of his paperwork and history about like how he got started in radio and all this stuff on my amateur radio site. I have a ton of his old cards that I've collected over the years that I've had people find for me. There's a guy, amateur radio historian, and he's on the lookout constantly to find these cards for me in like estate sales and stuff like that. But it is his grandson, and he was able to tell me stories like because the guy passed away. I was 1 year old, and I ended up getting his call sign in 2020 just by sheer happenstance.
Nice.
Yeah, he was one of the original freaking radio guys. He was licensed back whenever call signs were just 3 letters.
That's cool. Interesting.
You see right there, he was licensed in 1914 as 3OV.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, it was an interesting morning because I actually was on the lookout for somebody who had met this guy, and I was never able to find anybody who had met him. And I kind of gave up. And then all of a sudden I get an email from one of his actual living relatives.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, sometimes, man, something's meant to happen. Y'all become buddies or anything? Or y'all talk or not anymore?
We're gonna.
Oh, this is
I didn't
recent.
email him back. Yeah, this just happened this morning.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, let's tighten this guy down. Yeah, I don't like that.
Aiden, you have the 8x. You have these here. Well, these are the 8x1.5s, but you're talking about the greater dogs. I think they're called. Yeah, I have a full set of the 8x3s in the Dragon. You know, the thicker abrasive layer one, and I've just got these. I actually like these Denise stones. They're not bad.
You see, I always went with the these ones. I mean, the Denies are fine. It's just their abrasive layers. And I always got the Pultova ones.
You know, for freehand, I actually
For freehanding, that's a different story altogether.
I enjoy they're not the greatest stones, but I like the knee stones way better than like the PDT metallic bonded plates. I had a whole set of them. I sold them. I don't really like. They just don't cut fast enough. They're too slow. And I paid
Whew.
serious money for those things. I think I paid like $350 a pop for them.
Oh, ooh.
They're just too slick and too slow.
All right.
Yeah, tell me about it, Aiden. As far as resin stones, it's really hell that those GKSs cover everything anyways.
Okay. I need a marker. Marker. Oh boy, this is what I get. My sharpening area is just a freaking disaster. I think that happens to all of us.
Yeah,
I tell you, I probably got 500 Sharpies here in the house, and I have to go looking for them every single time.
Hey, for anybody watching, all those knives that were on the left side that I just moved, not these ones, those are all giveaway knives. A few of them have already been won, and I'm shipping them in a few days, but all the rest of those are live giveaways right now.
Yeah, I put a link in the description to Love of the Steel's channel. So anybody who is subscribed to me or whatever, make sure to go over, hit him up, subscribe to his channel, maybe win something. Okay, you're solid. Ooh, why does that look that color? We are. Yeah. We'll condition these after this.
Bucklight. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, man, to get some bite back, just hit them on a diamond plate. It works. It works.
What do you guys think of 3V? I mean, it's pretty easy to sharpen, but just what do you think about it in general?
It's all right.
Yeah, it's fun.
Not
That's my
something I really
favorite
care
one.
for much. I don't care much for it in pocket knives. I mean, you know.
That's exactly. I mean, it's great for like a competition shop or something. You're going to take it out to the woods and split wood with and use it to frickin', cut your steak. Something that's like an all-around camp knife.
Exactly, camp knives. There's a perfect use for it. But in a folder, Lot better
Here's
options.
my thing. The reason I like it so much is because at my job, I take care of plants and stuff, and I have to have like stuff in the soil I got to cut. And it's nice to have a knife that won't chip when it hits a rock.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah.
Yeah. I would say in that particular instance, for sure.
Yeah. And it's still, somewhat stainless.
But I'll tell you something. You can, and this is a fact. Composite, when it comes to edge stability, chipping, yes, composition matters, but geometry matters
Yep.
in most cases even more. So let's say you had some like M4, for example, and some 3V, and they're both at the same geometry. Yeah, the 3V is going to be is going to have a tougher edge. But if you simply increase that M4 by 2 or 3 degrees per side to a more obtuse angle, that toughness difference is going to be almost hell. The M4 will probably be tougher at that point.
So, what do you think about the geometry on this guy?
On what?
I want to know what you think on it.
Let's go full screen on you so we can see it.
I don't know how to turn my light on, you guys. My light on my phone's not on.
Well, we can see, but remember, there's a stream lag. So, like, whatever, pick it up and hold it for a second so we can see it. Oh, okay, there you go. What is that? One of them little Bradford?
Yeah, it's a Bradford Guardian 3.5.
Yeah.
Full flat grind.
Mm-hmm. I love full flat grinds. I know they're not the strongest grind, but I just really like them.
Yeah, I much prefer them myself.
Me too.
In fact, I prefer them over hollow grinds.
Unless
it's something super thin.
So this guy is in high hardness MagnaCut, and it sucks for my job. This thing chips so easy with what I do.
Okay, I'll tell you how to get around that. How many edges have you had on it? But no.
What'd you say?
How many edges have you had on it?
What do you mean? Like how many times have I had to sharpen it?
Yeah. How many sharpenings?
Oh, shoot, man, I can't even remember. Not that many. Maybe like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Okay. So you should be
forever.
By 4 to 5 edges in, you should be in good clean steel. If you're having chipping issues, one way to get around not necessarily get around it, but to slow it is to convex your edge slightly.
That's a good idea. So hold on, what were you talking about at the beginning though? You said about the beginning of it, like the first part of the edge. If I hadn't sharpened it, like why is it weaker?
Well, okay. When companies in mass production, they're either doing a belt sharpening or a wheel sharpening, a powered belt or a powered wheel.
Okay.
Even if they're careful, remember them guys are busting these things out as quick as possible.
Yeah.
They're not worried about heat. They're slapping that edge on there and grinding like hell, trying to get that edge done as quick as possible to do the next one, and so on and so forth. Definitely. Even when so they're building up a substantial amount of heat, because remember, the tip of that apex, even if they're careful, the tip of that apex is such a teeny amount of steel that it heats up instantaneously. Right? So that's basically you're having that steel is fatigued, even up underneath. Once you remove that factory edge, the steel that's underneath that is still fatigued. Now, how much is fatigued is determined by how much heat they allowed to build up when cutting that bevel in. In order for you to get to where the steel performs at its peak or as good as it's going to, that fatigued steel needs to be removed.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I could see how they're sharpening it. It gets hot. That's basically like another heat treat. It puts it way too hot, though. Makes
Yeah,
it brittle.
and when they get it up there near that temp, the temperature that it's tempered at.
Yep.
You know you're softening that steel. That's why a lot of edges, like a factory edge, will microchip on you, and it don't take much. You'll get chipping issues, and that's just due to that. Benchmade is synonymous for it.
So it's probably a lot stronger than I thought it was, because when it had chipped really bad, it was pretty soon after I got it.
Like on the original edge, like on the factory edge.
Yeah, I might have only sharpened it one time.
There you go. That's probably why.
Okay.
I'd say on average it takes three to four sharpenings before you're in clean steel. Steel that's not fatigued at all from heat.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I never even thought about that before, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. That's why if you watch you can go watch cut test videos that I've done, and on one of them it was super interesting because the first edge did, I believe, 10 cuts. Only 10, and that was the factory edge. I just did a quick light sharpening, and the next edge did 100.
Wow.
So a 10x increase just because that factory edge was probably really cooked, not enough to get any color change, but really cooked. And the edge just failed almost immediately. I removed a little bit of steel when I had it 10 times, or I think it went 100. It might have went 80, but it was a drastic increase.
That's awesome, man. So thank you. I learned something important today.
There you go.
I can't believe I didn't think about it, though, now that you mention it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, man. Like I'd
It's
say
the famous
most
burned
people,
edge everybody talks about.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say most people don't think about it actually until they hear it, and then it's like, you know what? That makes sense. And then you start to notice it. Like, that's when I get a new knife, if I'm actually going to carry it, I almost cut the factory edge off of it before it even goes in my pocket.
Yeah, that sounds like something that should be done.
Yeah, and some companies are like Benchmade. Well, I just posted a video today. It dropped at 8 o'clock. If you go watch it, and this here, I guarantee you 2 or 3 more edges on that knife, and it'll start acting like it should. But this knife is at 3 edges, 3 sharpenings right now, and I had an edge failure still within 10 cuts, and that right there it happens a lot with Benchmade. You either get microchipping or you'll just have the apex crush. Benchmade burns edges. They do it all the time.
What do y'all think about Benchmade? Because I don't have a Benchmade because they seem overpriced for what they offer.
They are, but they're not. They're not.
Those are facts.
They're massively overpriced.
Okay.
They are overpriced, but they're not a bad knife.
I'm sure they're good.
I'm starting to wonder about Spyderco being a little bit. The prices in the last 2 months have been a little bonkers.
Yeah,
If anybody's noticed.
On their website or like through their distributors?
Through the distributors. The mat price has gone up just bananas in the last 2 months.
So I just bought one, and I thought it was a good price at $181. What do you think? It's brand new. I messed it up already. It's the Mannix 2 Salt.
Yeah, I mean, see, if that was Benchmade, man, that'd be a $300 knife, $350 knife.
So what knives are Spyderco making that you're worried about?
I should put qualifiers on this. So, basically, what I'm talking about is the Taichung Taiwan knives.
Yes, I agree, that's got to be tariff related.
I think that it is. It's the export. We're paying on the export of the steel, and then we're also paying on the import of the steel.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. Good thing Demco's not going to have to go up because they already charge so much anyways.
Yeah. Which is bananas, man. Like, there's got to be a way. Like,
dude, $400
I shouldn't be talking like this, but
for a chaparral.
Like, there's got to be a way around it. Got to be a way around it, man. Can we assemble them in Italy or something?
If you go and look at the tariff laws, like on the stuff coming from Japan, it is insane. They're basically, there's a 50% import tax on any steel. So, like, if you buy a kitchen knife or you buy a pocket knife from Japan, there's a 50% import tax on it. So I was wondering, like, I've seen a couple people talking about it in the kitchen knife, like, that bought, high-end kitchen knives from Japan. So they buy like a $400 or $500 kitchen knife, and then it gets here, and all of a sudden they're getting a $200 to $250 tariff payment that they have to make to the shipping company.
Oh no!
So my question is why haven't we seen the MAP on the Psyche Spyderco stuff jump up? Is it because it's stuff that's already here?
Maybe.
And once that's gone, we're gonna be paying another basically, like, all of a sudden a Delica is going to be $150 for a V10 Delica.
Oh. Well, we know they're using old steel because they're still coming out with brand new things with like this CPM MagnaCut, brand new, and they don't even make CPM clothes. So
yeah, but that I'm talking about, like, current stock here. I'm sure that Spyderco has a bunch of them, like, it, they're distributors, and but once those are gone, and new import, and we're buying fresh imports, we're going to be getting eat up by tariffs if you go by, like, what they're doing to kitchen knives.
Well, why not just switch to American-made knives then? If you're going to be paying about the same, you might as well go for it.
I think that's the purpose of the tariffs when you look at it, is to kind of drive U.S. buying.
Yep.
But I'm never going to do it.
Better anyways.
I'm never going to do it. I will never do that, because here's the thing. I buy Spyderco knives because they come in interesting new steels.
For sure.
I don't want anything more in M390 MagnaCut. And that's what all the USA made companies, that's like all that they do is M390 and MagnaCut.
That's
like it. For M390, I really don't.
M390 is a fantastic steel in custom heat treats.
It's too brittle for me. Like, I'm all about toughness. Yeah, it's good for what it is. Yeah.
Like, if you get, you wouldn't like it. If you're worried about toughness, you're not going to like it. But when you get M390 up around the 64 range, it becomes a whole different steel, and it performs very nicely.
That's exactly where this is. This M390 right here, China M390, 64 HRC. It is bananas good. So good.
It's a happy mistake.
I got a knife sent to me by Big Idea for my channel, and it was the Big Idea Overlook, their new little folder. It's just like the fixed blade Lookout, but it's M390, and it's really good. I'd show it to you, but it's at another place right now. But you can see my videos on my channel. I'm going to be giving that knife away also, just so y'all know.
Oh, nice.
It's a $220 knife, but it is made in China also, but it's a really good quality steel.
China can do good work, man. There's no doubt about it.
They do good work.
Yeah, if you get the right people, just like anywhere, it's just I'm sure they're not being paid enough for their good work.
You can buy shit product from the U.S. just like you can from China.
Yes, sir. I'm about to buy this. It's a Benchmade knockoff for $51 with Damascus steel. It looks like a Benchmade bug out. And I'm waiting to buy it because I also want to buy like a real Benchmade, but I'm really hesitant to actually buy it. So I've been looking for like a really good price used one because I'm just doing it for the channel.
So if anybody
out there has a bug out for a really good price, or maybe you just want to let me borrow it for one episode, that'd be sweet.
A bug out. I have no doubt somebody will offer up a bug out.
It's exactly there. Yeah, the United States is lousy with bug outs.
I don't want to spend more than $150 on it though, because that's all it's going to be worth to me.
Look, man, I'll tell you something. With Benchmade, don't ever pay MAP price. Okay.
Yeah.
The price, it's bullshit. Don't pay it. The companies like Knife Center and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not going to do this for you. Not your big companies. Call up a small knife retailer, like one of your local guys, like a mom and pop shop, and ask them. Be like, what can you do this Benchmade for me for? They're almost guaranteed, and if they won't, call another one. I have 5 different Benchmade dealers that'll sell Benchmade to me for 20 to 30% under MAP pricing. 20% is that's the normal, buddy, not a buddy rate, but if you go in and ask for hey man, what can you do this for me for? They're going to give you 20% off MAP.
Okay.
Friends and family discount.
Yeah, it's just that's kind of how most of your little small shops, because see, one thing a lot of people don't realize, Benchmade, their MAP pricing is insane, but Benchmade leaves a lot of profit margin in for their sellers in MAP pricing. Okay. A lot. That's why the companies don't mind, your little mom and pop shops have no problem giving you 20% off as okay, you're a customer of ours. We know, we're going to take care of you. We'll give you 20% off. And even some of them will give you 30% off. It depends on the model, because they have a lot of profit margin priced into MAP pricing. I got to give Benchmade credit on that. They do try to take care of their retailers.
Good to know.
So
do you know anybody like that might let me buy something from them and mail it to me? Because I can't think of any small shops that sell good knives around here.
Go on. Do me a favor. Go on. Do you have Instagram?
No, I do not.
Okay. Go.
I will.
My email is easy. It's edcismyhobby@gmail.com. But if you need to look it up later, it's in my channel header. Email me. I'll get you over in touch with one of my local dealers. He does mail order too. It's a little mom and pop shop here, and just tell him, hey man, what's the best deal you can do on a bug out for me? I guarantee you, he'll give you 20, and if it's he may even give you 30% on it.
Man, that's awesome.
But he'll give you 20%, no doubt, because that's just his. He's not the 20% discount. He'll give that to anybody that asks.
Nice.
So I'll get you in touch with him. EDC, like everyday carry. EDC is my hobby @gmail.com.
All right, expect an email from loveofthesteel@gmail.
Yeah, shoot it over, and I'll get y'all in touch, and he'll take care of you.
Right, man. Thank you.
Yeah. And that goes for anybody in the chat too. If y'all are looking for Benchmade, let me know.
Does he sell other brands too?
I need to hit somebody up about getting a stretch.
Yeah, man. The stretches are actually they're sold out everywhere. I told you, I get you in touch with that guy. He said he'd get you one, give you 15% discount off MAP on Spyderco.
That's cool. Wait, what Spyderco you looking for?
Stretch 2.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, let me grab it. I have one that's over here. I just want a second one because it looks like the steel's going out.
Yeah, I think it is too. The way it seems.
Yeah, it's the thing. It was they couldn't possibly get rid of it because it's so freaking good. But I think that they are.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on the way out. But I think they'll replace it with something like K294 or something. That's what I think we're going to see.
Yeah, but why then? K294 and K390 are both coming from Bowler.
Yeah,
what's the upside
too? Just to give somebody.
I thought maybe I thought maybe they were going to switch it to some Hitachi steel, freaking
They may.
HAP 72 or.
That's what I want to see them do.
Here's a stretch too.
But see, I think it's this. Like right now, you know, think about it, man. The knife community, most of your diehard Spyderco guys, they have one of every K390 Psyche knife. What better way to bring all those people back into the market to change over to something like K294? Then every one of them people are going to go and buy most of those models again.
They would.
I know.
There's
I would.
No doubt about it. Me too.
Exactly.
K294 is apples to
10D,
apples.
yeah.
10D.
Exactly. I'd like to see them do it, but I kind of wish they wouldn't drop. Their K390 is so good, I kind of wish they wouldn't drop it, and they would do both.
That's what made me nervous, because all of a sudden the K390s are out of stock all over the whole planet. Yet you can buy any freaking Seki City knife in Spy 27, and it's like, oh god, please don't switch to that.
Dude, people
don't switch to that.
There's no way. People would have a fucking conniption.
Like, I could see them maybe switching from VG10 to Spy 27, but not now, because where are they going to get Spy 27 from? Because now Aerosteel owns Spy 27.
I'm sure.
I mean, I guess they could continue to buy it from them, maybe.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they actually may not own Spy 27, because if I'm not mistaken, Spy 27 was proprietary to Spyderco, not to Crucible.
You might be right. Maybe CPM is owned by Aerosteel, but the name Spy 27. So maybe it'll just be Spy 27.
Yeah, exactly.
From now on, no CPM.
What do you like about Spy 27?
Yeah, I think it's a good. It's a good steel.
It's fun. It's fun. That's exactly. It's fun.
It is a good steel. It's a really perfect EDC steel.
How close is it to S35?
Very close to like S30V, S35VN. It's very close.
S35VN, isn't that pretty close to it?
Yeah, like Ray said, it's really close. But I will say this. I personally don't like S35VN at all. I love S30V. I do not like S35VN.
Oh,
because it goes slick. But I love Spy 27. And the reason is Spy 27, okay, with S35VN, one or two strop backs and it's slick. Like, it'll be sharp, but it'll be slick. And that's why I dislike it. Spy 27 is not like that. You can strop back Spy 27 20 times and it still got bite.
What do you mean by slick?
By slick?
There you go. There you go. Good question.
Let's see. Okay, here. I'll show you. All right. This knife right here. This knife is sharp. I'll show you. This knife is sharp. There's nothing wrong with this edge. Look at that. It's sharp, right?
Okay.
Okay. It's sharp. Look.
What the hell?
Like, I know remember there's stream lag, so you're gonna see.
No, I see.
Yeah, it's showing up. Okay, so yeah, you see, like I'm rubbing my fingers on that edge. No chance it's gonna cut me. And I'm not pushing lightly. Look at I'm pushing the blood out of my fingertips. And I'm moving my fingertips.
That before. What the heck is that?
Okay, because that edge cuts with micro serrations. Basically, as you're sharpening, you're cutting in saw teeth, basically. And the lower, the higher the grit, the smaller those saw teeth become.
Mm-hmm.
But you always have, if you look at that edge under high magnification, it is not smooth. There's serrations there.
Mm-hmm.
When S35, for example, just due to the chemistry of it, when you're on a strop and you make, like a strop with some diamond compound on it, and you make just a couple passes, that bite, those micro serrations start to polish off.
Mm-hmm.
after say two, maybe three at the most times of stropping that edge back, those micro serrations are gone, and now you're just left with basically a point.
So what if you go back to ceramic? Because like that's what. Now that you
That'll
said this,
bring
I
it-
remember a video I watched.
That'll bring it back to some extent, but it'll never bring it. It'll never be like it was
No.
before
It'll
the
never be like it
serrations
was.
were taken away.
Man, I understand a lot now. Thank y'all.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now, Spy
Now, let me-
27 doesn't do that. Not nearly as badly.
Okay.
Let me say why I don't like Spy 27, because this may make sense to some people and it may not. Spy, like my
Exactly, Aiden.
feelings on steel are very similar to like a guy who jumps out of airplanes. You know what I mean? Like once you've jumped out of airplanes and you've had that feeling
That
of jumping
rush.
out of an airplane, it takes a lot to like get you back there. And Spy 27, it just doesn't do it, man. It's like driving around the block. You know what I mean? It's not like
it
Rex
won't to somebody
121's like
who's used
jumping
to
out of
that.
an airplane.
I see
Exactly.
what you're doing.
If you're used
Yeah.
to highlight
yeah.
steels like S90, for example, S90V, something that really it has that gnarly aggressive edge. If that's
I
the
hate
type
that.
of steel you're used to, see, I love that. I love that toothy aggressive edge. Once you're used to that, then you go over to a steel that doesn't have that bite, and that those edges just don't cut very good.
Yeah,
Now,
I
I
don't
love
like the
knives.
bite. I hate S90V because if I was to use it, it'd break right away. But no, you're onto something though for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it can be fragile depending on what you're, not necessarily fragile, but it can be temperamental depending on
I'll
what you're
break
doing with
something just by looking at it, bro.
it. Yeah, some people, I mean, it depends on how you use your stuff, like some people are like, people that, for example, like Maximet, I see people all the time that's chipped the hell out of it, snapped the tip, broke the blade in half.
Hey,
and
Stu,
I know how
how's
they
it going,
do
buddy?
it, but I'm never going to do that because I don't use my stuff that way.
Right.
Me neither.
What do you think of Magna Max? Isn't that the brand new Magna
Yeah,
Cut
yeah.
widget?
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah, that's the best way. I agree. That's the best way to
So
put
it's
it.
not
Now,
really worth buying.
no, not necessarily.
No,
But the problem
yeah.
is, and Ray's, they changed the composition. The stuff we got on the Mule, it performs pretty damn good, but we're not going to get that anymore. It's different now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the whole
they lowered the carbon content and they boosted the chromium content.
that was
So
a
it's
mistake.
opposite of what I want.
Oh, it's probably going to be a quite tough steel.
Yeah.
In fact, you might like it better how it is now. If you're more into,
he will.
toughness and stainlessness, yeah,
Oh, really?
you're probably going to like it better. For
Thank
me,
you.
it's disappointing.
Here's some Magnum Max right here.
Wait,
Like
what's that?
the Mule, and they,
Oh.
but the whole, you hear, oh, it's stainless 10V. It's a stainless 10V.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't
not really.
perform like 10V. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like that.
How tough
it's
is it?
not.
Like, what steel could you compare it to in just toughness alone?
It's
Let me
probably
think.
like
Maybe-
on paper. Yeah, what are you going to go
probably,
with?
It's probably as tough as S30V. Maybe a little tougher.
I was
pretty
going to
weak in
say,
my book.
yeah, I was going to say it's probably going to be in that, S30V, S35V, and S45V, and it's going to be in that range. That's
Okay.
somewhere in
I'll
there.
stay away from it.
It's not going to be no hyper tough steel.
Okay.
No. You're not. This is not a batoning steel for sure.
For sure. Not without very thick geometry.
Cool.
Ooh, baby, that's two. That angle was bad. Woo.
What angle do y'all sharpen your knives at?
All depends.
Yeah,
Just a
pretty much.
regular everyday carry that you plan to use for any various task.
17
15 to
degrees is
17.
where I usually stick.
Yeah, for me, 15 to 17.
So you said 17. You said 15 to 17.
Yeah, it's just depending on what I'm using it for and the geometry.
Okay.
Somewhere 15 to 17. Yeah, never above 17 though.
So with what you guys know about what I do, like my work knives, where they hit rocks every now and then, what angle would you suggest that I sharpen my knives to? Keep in mind
Okay,
that they do typically stay pretty sharp, like for
Do you
3V and for MagnaCut.
do you do a lot of slicing or no?
Yeah, I do.
Because I was going to say
See,
probably
me
like
myself,
22.
what I
If you
would do,
slice a lot, 20.
what I would
What
do
was the
is
first
I
one
would
you
still,
said before 20?
me myself, what I would do is I would try, a 17, 18 degree edge, and then put a micro
Yeah, you can do that too.
on it.
Yeah.
So I've never done that. Can you explain that process to me and
Yep,
anybody
you
that might
can.
be listening?
Yep, let me get something to write with. Let's move this sharp knife out of the way so that I don't cut my damn arm off.
I actually have
All
blood
right.
on my sheet right now.
Okay, so you got your normal edge bevel, just like this. Okay, there's your normal edge bevel. You have your point, and then you go up to your main full flat grind up here. Okay, so this is just the cutting apex. So what you're going to do is you're going to sharpen it till it's sharp at 17 or 18 degrees, and then you're going to raise your angle to maybe 20, 22, and you're going to sharpen just the tip. So then you'll have your 17 degree down to here, and then you'll have a little steeper angle on the end.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you some more toughness on the end.
Surprising amount, actually.
That's exactly. It'll be much slicier than if you would have sharpened the whole apex to 22 degrees.
Okay.
Because instead of having 22 degrees and then going to the flat grind, you have 22 degrees up to 17 and then to the flat grind.
Yeah.
So how would I do that? I mean, I think I have it figured out, but so like on you guys can kind of see it. My work sharp, I would just change it to 22 degrees, right?
All you do is say your first edge, you're going to do your first edge at, say, 17 degrees per side.
Okay.
So go ahead and set your stuff up 17 degrees per side. Just go through the whole sharpening. Apex it, flip the burr, flip the burr back, and then increase your angle to 22 and sharpen it again. It's that easy. If you're doing it freehand, it would look like this. I'm going to do it right now. So I'm on the last grit. This knife's sharp. This is my angle right here. Now I'm just going to go bink, about 2, maybe 3 degrees higher. And I've literally created that micro bevel already.
That's it, man. It's super fast, too.
Yeah, there. I'm micro beveled right now. I wasn't going to do it, but there, it's done.
Okay, cool. So I've been sharpening my work knives to 20 degrees. Like, for example, this one, that's what it came at, 20 degrees. So if I was to take it down to 17 or 18 and then put that micro bevel in, what would the strength difference be?
Substantial.
So it would be sharper and stronger.
Not necessarily sharper, but
it would be stronger.
It would definitely be stronger.
Yes,
okay,
definitely be stronger.
Creating a micro bevel. All right, here let's to make it easy. Okay, let's say you got a 15 degree angle, or so a 30 degree total angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
15 on each side.
Yeah, 15 on each side. And then let's say you micro beveled it to say 20.
Okay.
The 15 degree per side all out edge is going to slice nicer. Maybe not a whole lot, but it's going to slice nicer. Anytime that cutting edge or your bevel is lower, your cutting edge is thinner. Thinner stuff passes through stuff easier than thicker stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the cutting performance is, you're going to lose a little bit of cutting performance, but you wouldn't lose as much as if the whole secondary bevel was at 20. But what you're doing is you're increasing the width of that apex by adding that micro bevel. And when you increase the width of it, you're increasing how much steel sets behind it, therefore increasing toughness.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it would be substantial. That if you micro beveled, say 3 degrees per side over the actual bevel angle, that's going to be a significant toughness increase. Or yeah, significant.
Okay. Right.
And you can always do this, because it's a hard thing to answer, to say what would be the best angle, because we don't know. I have no idea what you do. But what you can do is this. Like, I don't know how you use your knives. Let's say you do a micro bevel, because remember, when you're doing a micro bevel, you're removing very little steel. So let's say you're at 17, and then you do a micro bevel at like 19 or 20, right?
Yeah.
Go use your knife. If you have an issue, the next time increase your micro bevel to 21, 22. Use it more. If you're not having an issue now that okay, so 22 degrees per side, I'm good. And then from then on, you'll just micro bevel at 22 degrees per side. If you still have an issue, which you shouldn't at that point, but let's say you do, then you just increase it another degree or so per side. And you can kind of tailor in the edge to get what you need out of it by literally just increasing your micro bevel angle 1 degree per side, and then use the knife. Then if you have a failure, increase it another 1 degree per side. And you can do that until you reach the point where you don't have a failure. And then you're going to reach that point of where, okay, I've got the toughness I need, but I'm not too obtuse, so I get the best cutting performance as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I think you explained it in a way that almost anybody can understand, because I've heard people talk about it like that, but I didn't understand it. Now I do.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's for me, basically, I know that on that most steel that I carry, that if it's a tougher steel, 15 degrees per side, I'm going to be fine. So long as, the heat treat's done well and it's not micro thin geometry, 15 degrees per side is going to work perfect for me. Now, if it's on, say, like Rex 121, I'm not going to run at 15 degrees or 15 per side, because it's just a little too fragile for how I use a knife. So I'm going to go to 17, and then I know I'm safe. It's only 2 degrees, but that 2 degrees makes a substantial difference.
Heck yeah. So, while I got you guys, if you don't mind me asking, this is something that I haven't heard talked about enough, and I've only heard vaguely discussed. So let's say
on the
somebody
micro bevel thing?
No, different topic.
Oh, okay.
So with the sharpener like this, or maybe even what you're doing or what he has, how hard are you supposed to push your knife?
Not hard.
Or
grit wise?
The stone.
Pressure.
Yeah.
That depends, man. But
yeah, you want to let the tool do the work.
Yeah, in most cases, I agree with that. Now, there are certain times that I don't.
Yeah, obviously, me too. But if I'm in like a hurry and I want this done like yesterday, I'll put a little extra pressure to make it happen fast.
So
yeah,
before
exactly.
we move on, because that's what I've heard everybody say, let the tool do the work. What does that mean? It means you just barely poke it and push it over? And like you don't apply any pressure, or what?
Okay, on diamond plates.
Wait. Yeah. For
Yeah, these are all
sharpening,
diamond plates.
I'm letting the weight of this arm is basically the amount of weight that I'm putting. Maybe a little bit of extra pressure, but not very much.
Perfect.
Yeah, with plated abrasives, like electroplated abrasives. Yeah, like let's say on a fixed angled system. Yeah, about the stones, the stones weight, the arms weight, that's plenty.
Okay.
Because if not, all you're doing is chipping your diamonds away, pulling them out, and you're just pretty much, killing the life of your abrasive.
Excellent.
On stones like this resin stone here, I can use more pressure on this without, but if you use too much, you'll start ripping the diamonds out of it. If you feel, here, I'll put it to you this way. I'll give you a good way. This is how, when people talk to me about freehand, this is how I always tell them when you know your pressure's enough. When you're pushing hard enough that you're feeling the diamond dig into the steel, that's too much.
Okay.
When you feel, if you're feeling the knife, for example, want to skate where it don't feel like anything's happening, that's too little. So you just want to be in between that point of where, okay, you feel the diamonds, you're pushing, you move, you really feel the diamond dig into the steel. Back off a little bit. And then eventually you'll get to a point to where, okay, you start to feel the knife it feels like it's skating. You don't really hear anything. You don't really feel anything. It just kind of feels like you're moving across a piece of like glass. That's too light. Just kind of be in between that. That's where you want to be.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good way to explain it to people, because I know it's hard to say, well, not a lot of pressure, but that don't really tell nobody something.
That doesn't tell you. That's exactly. It's like,
yeah.
You can't get a gram scale out either, because that's like that doesn't help either.
Correct.
Certainly my wife
and a lot of
it got a scale out again either.
A lot of it has to do with feel, man. Like it's an experience thing. Certain abrasives are different. Like,
you know what? I should show him this. I'm going to show him something that happened to me about using the exact sharpener that he has right there and using too much pressure.
Oh, heck yeah.
What, with the flex?
No, I'm going to show him my Rex 121 Spyderco.
What's up with Rex 21?
It's a super high hardness, high carbide tool steel.
Yeah, that's going to cut for a very long time as far as a toothy working
edge.
I
listen to everybody online say it's super hard to sharpen, man. It's super hard to sharpen. So I muscled it, man. I muscled it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what the blade shape is on a Sage 5. Let me get a full screen real quick.
Yeah.
This is the blade shape on a Sage 5.
Okay.
This is the blade shape on the Sage 5 after I was done with it, because I used too much pressure.
Oh no!
I made a nice flat right here.
First thing, when you hear somebody tell you a steel's super hard to sharpen, they don't know what they're talking about. If they're telling you that,
baby.
There is no steel that's hard to sharpen.
You made a reverse kukri right there, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, that's sad. That's a lot of steel.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
This is my beater now. This is what I use to cut cardboard boxes around the house.
And was it new when you did that to it?
Yep.
Or relatively? Oh, that's yeah. I mean,
good,
you just hear all your best geometry. Your best edges are your first, say, 10 edges, and that knife just lost them all in one shot.
Yeah. So I had to buy another one.
30 or 40.
I had to buy another one because it made me so sick when I figured out what I did to this that I had to get another one, because I couldn't just have one messed up Rex 121 knife.
Yeah, I'm the same, man.
Is Rex 121 a pretty tough steel or what?
Oh no, not tough. But also, okay,
grind away like that.
not okay.
That's the thing about diamonds. Diamonds
Don't
take
care.
a steel like this that's a 70 HRC super hard high speed tool steel, and you will cut so much steel away super fast.
Diamonds do not care what the steel is. It doesn't matter to the diamond. Is there a difference?
What else is there besides diamond?
What do you mean?
Besides, sorry, you can finish what you're saying first. My bad.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, like, any sharpeners I've looked at, they're all diamond coated or whatever.
You have diamond, you have CBN, you have silicon carbide, you have aluminum oxide.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's many different.
That's your abrasives.
So I'm just gonna let that be known.
Like on the ceramic, for example, on your work chart, that's going to be an aluminum oxide or a ruby. But basically, it's centered aluminum oxide.
The ceramic has a coating on it?
No, the abrasive that is within the ceramic is aluminum oxide, alumina or ruby.
Sure. So this isn't just a regular normal piece of ceramic?
No.
There's abrasive mixed in.
Yeah, that's basically it's a alumina powder, aluminum oxide, and some binder that's put in a centering system, and then compressed under massive heat and pressure.
God, no wonder my counter wouldn't sharpen my damn knife.
No, I mean no. So it has to have like the bottom of a coffee cup, for example, like a ceramic coffee mug.
Yeah.
You like say you got some 1095 carbon steel that's at 58, 60 HRC. Okay. That ceramic is harder than the knife steel, and because that ceramic is kind of rough, that's why you technically can sharpen on the certain steels. Anyways, you could sharpen on the bottom of the coffee cup. Because you have in order for something to remove steel, it needs to be, to cut the steel, it needs to be harder than the steel. Okay? Mm-hmm. And in that ceramics case, like on a coffee mug, the ceramic is, up to probably, hell, I've played around with knives that are like carbon steels that are like 62 HRC. And the bottom of a coffee mug will actually raise a burr without no issue. So that rough ceramic is harder than that steel at 62, so it will move the steel. Okay. Is it cutting it? Not. Yes, it is cutting it, but it's not going to remove much steel because, number one, the pores in the ceramic are going to load up with steel and it's going to stop cutting. But it will cut it. But to cut it efficiently, you need an abrasive medium. Okay. Like aluminum oxide. That would be technically chromium oxide is used in like polishing compounds. That will cut your lower hardness steels. But in stones and stuff, your softest abrasive is going to be aluminum oxide. That's going to be your basic common abrasive. That's going to be in your like ceramic rods, the ceramic plate on your work sharp. Then you have silicon carbide, which is quite a bit harder than aluminum oxide, which is in stones like this. This right here. This is that's silicon carbide.
Are those lower grade or higher grade?
It depends. It can be lower or higher. Okay. The abrasive medium can be. The abrasive type doesn't necessarily mean the grit. Like you can have ultra fine ceramic carbide, or you could have ultra fine aluminum oxide. You could have ultra fine CBN, which is like your CBN and diamond are basically your two, that's your two hardest particles that'll cut anything. CBN is cubic boron nitride. So those will cut anything.
Can you coat
like
your
that
knife with that?
Say that again?
Can you coat your knife with something like that?
No. Are you saying is it like a blade coating?
Yeah, I think he's thinking titanium carbonitride.
You're probably talking about like titanium nitride and stuff. No, that's very different.
Okay. All right, keep going.
But basically, your abrasive types are the steel, the carbide volume in the steel, along with the steel matrix hardness, is really what's going to determine what type of abrasive that you can use. Like, you wouldn't want to try to sharpen Rex 121 on aluminum oxide or silicon carbide. It's just going to take you forever to remove any steel. Like the silicon carbide, it would cut 70 HRC, Rex 121, but it's not going to touch those carbides. It's not going to cut them.
Okay.
It's probably better for most people to just stick with diamond or CBN, and then they don't have to worry about it. It'll cut anything.
Okay.
That's where I lived.
Yeah, and I mean, for me personally, like I had many different stones, many different types of abrasives, and the reason is, like, I have aluminum oxide stones, and I have tons of diamond stones, and tons of CBN stones, but the aluminum oxide stones still have a place for me, and the reason is because if I'm looking for the highest edge quality, I'm not going to get that on diamond or CBN. You're going to get your highest edge quality off of a very high quality aluminum oxide water stone. But then that's that's for like Japanese knives and carbon steels. You're not sharpening your super hard high carbide tool steels on aluminum oxide. It's just
real quick side quest here, gentlemen. We have a little discussion going on in the chat about wear on the vitrified stone. So I'm assuming that everybody's talking about the cheaper cuts that were given away by our two channels. It sounds like people are having good times with them.
Yeah, they're great.
It says hardly anywhere at all. No flattening needed yet. Shit, I didn't realize that I was on full screen myself.
And Todd, you are 100% right with that, buddy. The only steel that's hard to sharpen is a poorly heat-treated one. That's a fact.
That is correct. The softer it is, the harder it is to remove the burr.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take a good heat-treated piece of steel that, it goes back to people saying, use the cheapest knife possible. No, it's much harder to sharpen a poorly heat-treated piece of steel and actually be able to see, okay, did I do a good job? Do I have good edge quality here? Versus a decent piece of steel. It's got a decent heat treat. Vitrified and good resin stones make extremely hard steels easier to sharpen. Absolutely, Aiden.
Are all of your guys' episodes this informative?
I like it.
My channel is pretty much. I guess my tagline for the videos are, you're going to learn something today. I pretty much, my channel is mostly about teaching people things that either they don't know or the oddities of sharpening and knives, I guess.
Awesome, man.
I don't want to just go, here's this new $50 budget knife. It's this long. It's got this kind of lock.
Oh, God. We don't need any more of those channels.
Yeah, exactly.
Fact.
Yeah, I have no interest.
Basically,
well, sorry.
No, there's a place for it.
Sharpen, for sure.
It's cool. Okay, that was funny.
My channel is very sporadic. I just go on and sharpen new shit. And I like talking about the science of the steel, the carbide volume, how it cuts, how the diamond, how a 400 grit edge compared to a 180 grit edge, how they behave differently, how it changes the way it cuts, how long it lasts,
For sure.
Because I've been using this so much lately. 120 grit straight to a straw.
Yeah.
It's bananas. It doesn't sound like it would be good, but I've been using the shit out of this.
Well, it depends on your needs. If you're, or if you're sharpening a sushi knife, yeah, you're not going to do that. But like
this
for
right
me,
here,
for me personally, I like 400 all around. It's perfect.
This is a Gerber D2 knife that I won. I got this from, oh crap, who the hell did I get this from? Oh shit, I can't remember who I got this from. There was a big giveaway for, oh Jesus, Blade Walker. Big giveaway for him. And I won this knife. And it has a full 0 ground Scandi on it. And I'm like,
I know that Gerber.
So
let me see it. Yeah, I know that model. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a slip joint. I went 120 grit Scandi, and then I stropped it at ever so slightly of a higher angle to put a little tiny micro bevel on it. This thing is bananas sharp, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. 120 grit.
Now that is a good edge.
It's a beast.
You want to know how to know if your edge is good? If you can cut freehanging paper towel like that. That is a good freehand edge. There's one little catch. There's a piece of burr on there. That is a really well done edge.
Well done, yeah, for sure. I can't cut through paper towels with mine.
Yeah, that's freehanging too. I'm only sporting that on one side. There's one little piece of burr snagging.
All right, we're gonna clean up my condition of my stones real fast.
That should be good. One thing about this brand's D2, it does not like to crisply deburr on the stones.
Do you like D2?
I actually love it. If it's done well, yeah.
That's funny. I was just watching a video today because I have a ZDP 189 Endura coming. So I was watching some older videos about it, and there was a guy, it wasn't nothing fancy. Who the hell was it? I can't remember who it was. But he was showing super steals of the day. This video is from 12 years ago. And he had up there ZDP 189, S30V, and D2. Yeah. Those were the super steals of the day. That was 12 years ago.
Sure.
That is how much things have changed in 12 years.
Yeah. The D2 is considered, a bottom end steel now. D2 is good stuff. If it's done well, it's really freaking good, actually.
Yep, 12 years ago, D2 was super steel, and now it's considered crap that nobody wants.
Yep, 100%. And to be honest, that's because of your influencers and steel snobs. That good D2 is really good performing steel.
Those are facts.
What's wrong with that?
People just look at D2 as, just another budget steel. And I get why. A lot of it had to do with, years back, there was some really poorly done China D2. In a lot of cases, it wasn't even D2. And
that's Ethan Grow for you, man. They screwed it up for everybody.
Exactly, Ethan Grow. They were one of the main suspects when it comes to that. And basically, it really turned people off. And I get it because I had some of that fake D2, and it was really bad. But like this knife right here, I mean, man, I bought this on sale for $20. This is a damn good little work knife. It's in D2. It's decently done. It holds an edge better than most S35VN that you can buy from China, and it's a $18 knife, $30 like normal price. D2 is actually pretty good. So you'll hear people say, "Oh, I love S35VN. Oh, I hate D2." But the D2, if it's done well, will easily outperform that most China D2. I mean, S35VN.
Yeah, I think I have three D2 knives within reaching distance of here that are over 61 HRC. This one, tenable. This is 61 on the money. This
if it's ran a little harder, man, it performs great.
Yep, this little
as long as you don't polish it.
Penguin. This one I think was 61.3, and then the king of all is the K110 from Petrified Fish. This one was almost 62. It was right on the butt crack of 62.
If you go watch my cut test video on this knife right here, where's it at? This knife right here, and K110, they're $20. On the factory edge, this thing did what, like 100? I don't remember exactly, but unbelievable. Like on the factory edge, it to perform that damn good. China's, these companies have started to figure out how to put out pretty good D2 or K110. They started to get it more consistent. And for $20, you can get a piece of steel that performs that good. He dipped out.
Yeah, we lost somebody.
Out. Yeah. But that factory edge performing like that on them two knives is still, like, honestly shocked me. You don't expect to see, K110 on a $20 knife perform like that, but it really does perform damn good.
The only good thing about us losing Rex 121, 15B, and Maximet is that we've had some time with those steels already. We've had quite a few models of Rex 121 come out, so we've had.
I still hope they do a
Sage 5. We had the Sage 5 come out. We're going to have a Sage 6. We had the Chaparral. We're going to have at least 2 models of the PM2.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good that we had an opportunity to try it out. Maximet's been out for frickin' ever.
Yeah.
And the 15B, we were getting every single USA-made model in 15B.
Sure.
So it going away is just going to make room for some of the steels that we haven't tried yet. Like
100%.
T15. T15 is going to be the bomb. They could try M42, K294. There's a lot of steels out there.
Yes.
To try.
There's a ton of stuff. Yeah, man. And there's plenty of exotics exotic steels
there's some
other
Hitachis that we haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
Hitachi has some haps we haven't tried yet,
Like, in all honesty, I hate the Crucible went under, but at the same time, Crucible owned the knife industry as far as steels. And, it kind of closed the door on a lot of these other steels that you're never going to see as long as Crucible was around. So on one hand, it's kind of neat that I hate that they're gone, but it's going to expose us to a whole bunch of new steels that we wouldn't have otherwise seen.
because there's still possibilities of having heats in these, high-end steels to be done. If Spyderco goes to Aerosteel and says, "Hey, we want the formulation for Rec 76. We'll buy the whole heat,"
Sure.
and they do it, they'll do a melt for them. There's no doubt about it.
100%. Hell, they want to make money.
If they buy the whole melt, for sure they do it.
No doubt about it. And see, the thing is, Spyderco has the customer base, especially when it comes to exotic stuff. They know they're going to sell. They can sell a ton of them. Spyderco's got the pockets to buy a whole melt. To put out it. We're going to see. It's not going to change as much as people think it is. We're still going to see exotic stuff. Exotic sprints. Exotic steel sprints.
I just got a text from dude. Something booted him out. I don't know if it was his internet connection, but it wasn't us. We didn't kick him out. So
yeah.
He just sent me a message, but I'm in airplane mode, so I can't respond to it because I do that when I go live. That way, the stream will never be interrupted by anything that comes in. So,
I'll tell you something, man. If you put your phone on do not disturb.
Yeah, that's basically what airplane mode is.
Yeah, but see, on do not disturb, you can still reply out.
Oh, I don't want to reply out because if I minimize this screen, we will disappear from YouTube. The video.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, then in that case, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we don't want that. I've been doing pretty good with the cough muting. That's really good. I'm super sick.
I haven't heard you cough one time, actually.
Yeah, I've been hitting the mute button.
Yeah, you've done a good job because I haven't heard you one time. Bancron 40 is for sure. That's one you don't see outside of the custom world. S125D.
What steel is it that I want to see? Because they've only used it on one production knife. Shit, now I can't remember. It was one obscure knife. What the heck was it? Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, Todd, because you started seeing XHP kind of come back to some extent about a year ago. So 100% we're going to be seeing more of that, especially from like Cold Steel. I believe Cold Steel and SOG is going to start working with it again because they're kind of easing it back in on certain models.
I think that maybe they caught a little. I bet you they caught a little flack whenever they stopped using it because it was like, why would you stop using it?
It wasn't a little flack. They called substantial flack.
Now
and their excuse was that it was hard to get.
They need to bring it back, and they also need to bring back the lawman.
Yeah, and they ought to start
bring back the American lawman. Oh, good night.
They ought to start. The thing is that they are, in my opinion, if they bring back XHP and they start moving it across multiple models like that, they are to offer the hollow grind and the flat grind, like the current flat grind, but they are to also go back to how they did the hollows on like the Lawman and the Code 4, etc., etc.
No, I can't let this go. I gotta find out what that steel was that I want. There's one knife. What isn't made by Kunwu.
PM60.
Talked about PM60. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not more prominent across the knife industry neither. I don't know why Spyderco hasn't worked with it yet. PM60 is great. That's a really high performance steel. Like you see a lot of end mills and stuff made in PM60, and it's a fantastic knife steel. But yeah, Aiden, I agree, man. I would like to see S125B become more prominent, outside of the Russian market or Russian manufacturers. S125B, man, that steel performs its ass off.
I mean, it's a little bit chippy, but it's not like you can't deal with it chippy. You know what I mean? It's like,
No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I've
it's
got some
fine.
Russian knives in it. This real thin geometry. It holds up just fine, and it does cut for a very long time. But it is pretty fragile stuff.
Heads up, anybody who's interested, Bento Box is running special on their Hat 40 stuff right now. Really reasonably priced. An Endura and Hat 40, $124. Super good deal. I think they got the Endura, they have the Dragonfly for like $100. They have the Delica for $124. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I've got some videos.
How often can you buy a 10-year-old? How often can you buy a 10-year-old Sprint Run, brand new in box, for like basically map price, basically?
Yeah,
maybe a couple bucks more.
Yeah, it's not something you see very often.
Nope.
But I've got, this is for talking to Aiden, but I've got a bunch of videos on these vitrified stones coming up here shortly from HK Knife Works, or HK. Can't wait to get really using these. I've already spent some time with them. They're pretty decent. They're pretty decent vitrified stones. I will give them that. So far, I've liked them pretty good.
Are they
videos on them.
They live somewhere in between Schiefer Cut and FSK?
And FSK, yeah, they're much closer to like Schiefer Cut. Okay. But they're different also. They're not that super tight pour, very, very, very hard FSK. They're kind of in between, like how Schiefer Cut is and FSK, but closer to like Schiefer Cut, I guess. But I'm kind of impressed with them. They cut really good.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with Schiefer Cuts, man. I love the shit.
Oh yeah, they're good. Schiefer Cut. I mean, dude, I was one of the first people saying like that. These are the Schiefer Cut stones. They're literally going to change the sharpening game, and they have, because now multiple companies are starting to, multiple China companies are starting to play with the vitrified stuff. They have the Schiefer Cuts. They have their downsides, but they have way more upsides than they do downsides.
That's it. I mean, I've heard of people having trouble doing soft steels.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. I mean, I tried really hard to do what I saw, and was never able to recreate it, even on super, super soft M-Tech, probably 53 HRC bad steel, and I still couldn't get it to do it.
Yeah, me neither. But the good thing is I went ahead. Well, I say good thing, but I ordered, because I found out that this last batch, the like the 400s that are Amazon right now, are actually a softer bond than what I have. Yeah, that's what I was told. So I went ahead and dropped the $200 to buy one of the 1Ks and one of the 400s, even though I already have them. But I want to see. So they'll be here tomorrow, and we'll see. If I've had quite a few people tell me, that's why I went ahead and I'm like, what the hell with it? It's only $200. Let's do it. But I've had multiple people tell me that this last batch is noticeably softer than any of the other batches. So is that true? I don't know, but I'll find out tomorrow. Maybe that's what it is, and see, maybe that's why we haven't been able to replicate it, and because the stones we have are a harder bond.
From the first batch.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. And actually, I've got the perfect knife, because you see where they missed right here. See where they didn't sharpen it all the way.
Oh yeah.
That's going to really let me see if that stone's going to be easy to dig. That one, if it's going to dig a trench in it, that'll do it. But yeah, man, I agree, Tactical Center. Like CPM D2 is actually, if it's done well, CPM D2 is really good performance stuff. It is pretty damn good. I actually really like it. Holds a nice aggressive edge for a good long time. Yeah, PSF 27, yeah, for sure. But I'm super curious to see is that all that testing I've done on the sheep cuts I have to not be able to mimic what I've seen. Is it just because these last bonds here are different than what we have? And the thing is, if they are different, they're going to have to be substantially different because the stones I have are way too hard to dig up like that.
Apex fast.
Where's that message at? I just seen it. What is that? Todd, I believe Carpenter makes PSF 27. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Tactical Center answered again. Sorry if I'm behind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Carpenter. In fact, I know it's Carpenter.
That was fast. Okay. Soak the other side.
Yeah. I have a couple pieces in PSF 27. But I only have production stuff in it, and it's performed okay. Yeah, I had Tactical Center. I have a what's the name of that knife? A Benchmade Readout, I think it's called, in CPM D2. It's been a decent knife, nothing terrible. I'm pretty sure I had that one poked, if I remember, and it was around 61. The only PSF 27 knives I've seen in the past couple of years have been from Chinese companies, like off the wall Chinese companies. Is that the sheeper cut you're using?
Yes.
Yeah. No, that HK 3000 that is a pretty good stone, and that I'm not sure what grit this is. It's probably a 400. That thing cuts, buddy. But that 3000 is actually a damn nice stone. The 1K is pretty good too, but this 3K is quite nice. Like, I've been quite impressed with how it's performed over 5 or 6 sharpenings. Haven't got a lot of time on them yet, but that 3K is a damn good stone. Yeah, I agree 100% with you on that, Aiden. That is exactly how they feel. It's a very, very Syrax filling, very much so. I need to get some more. I think I've sharpened either 5 or 6 knives on them so far, so I don't got much experience with them, but from what I've seen, I actually like them. I like the way they feel. I like the way they cut, and I'm sure the more time, the more knives I sharpen on them, the more I'll enjoy them. I want to get 15 or 20 knives on them before I really do a review video on them. But I've already got 5 videos filmed on them that'll be uploading. One drop a week for the next couple weeks or 5 weeks. The 400 EH is a bit more binder. So is that one the EH model or no? Is that the 400 EH?
What?
Oh, I'm talking to Aiden.
Okay.
Because if they have one that's softer than that or more porous than that, more, because he said it's got more binder in it, that would be an interesting stone, actually. That would pretty much be a Sheeper Cut 400. I'm super sad about that. I really wanted to try one of those Sheeper Cut 200s. I figured they were going to have problems with them with that, with that really open, larger pore binder they're using. And
Well,
they were going to have probably tear out problems. And I guess they did, because they did pull them off after having them up for a week. But I still really would like to try one of them. Oh, okay. So there's a softer binder, huh? Yeah, that'd be an interesting stone. That would be an interesting stone. It'd probably have a whole lot of feel, like a lot of feedback. But I can't wait to see what they're going to do next, what they're going to bring to market. And there's a couple other vitrified stones that are coming to market here in the next few months. And I'm talking to 3 different companies, and they're going to send me. One should be here pretty soon, and then 2 more that are maybe a month or 2 out.
Looking forward to seeing the companies that are using the vacuum tech. So,
yeah, I mean they're going to be chomping on FSK. Yeah, they're going to be chomping on FSK's heels here. It might take them a year or 2 to figure it out, but they'll be chomping on FSK's heels before long if they don't mind investing the money. That's what we'll start seeing.
It's all about that initial buy-in. Once they
100%.
Once they get the buy-in of the vacuum technology,
then it's just a matter of figuring it out.
That's it. It's just implementing it then, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, FSK's. I mean, they're FSK's not worried about it. They got too many. There's too many people out there that just want FSK because it's FSK. But as far as performance, I believe within the next maybe year or so, we'll start seeing China stones that performance-wise compete head-to-head with FSK. The companies, the China companies clearly don't mind investing the money, and then once they invest the money, then it's just a matter of learning, and they'll figure it out.
That's the thing, and they don't mind going to the plate 10,
Hell no, they
15 times. They'll go, they'll fail, they'll try again, they'll try again, they'll try again. They're nothing if not persistent.
100%. They'll figure it out. I know they will. I know how Chinese companies do business, and they don't mind. Just like you said, they don't mind failing. They'll figure it out, and they will.
I mean, they always say that you learn more from failures than you do from successes, and they.
Oh, for sure.
You can't say that they're not learning, because they are learning, baby.
You damn right they're learning. That's how they knew that to take it to the next step, they needed to go to molecular. I can't speak. Molecular equipment, and now bingo, they invest the money, and now it's It's just it's just a learning curve, and they'll figure it out. I guarantee you, within a year, we'll see stones that are starting to act like FSK from China companies for $200 within the year. I'd almost bet money on it. If FSK drops an 80 grit, yeah, dude, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Oh, what the hell's that guy's name that I've been thinking about? I mean, I've been looking at his stones, and it's just, I've been thinking about dropping the money. Dr.
Marv.
Dr.
Marv.
Yeah, those fucking black, super high quality resin stones. It's like, oh, they look so good.
Yeah, I really want to. I would probably buy a set, but before I buy a set, I have to have hands on and try them out before I would buy them, because I'm sure they're really good, but I have to try them out first.
Dude, there's nobody has them to like say, hey, these are freaking good. So
yeah,
like I don't know anybody with a set that I could be like, hey, are they any good? Like, it's just,
yeah, I know a couple of people who's got them, but that are outside, like influencers. And from what everything I've heard, they're solid stones, but with how they're priced, I before I would invest money, I'd have to have hands.
That's it, Dr. Marv. That's it.
Yeah,
Dr. Marv. Because you have to buy a set of 1x6s, or he won't sell you a 3x8.
The plates, correct? Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's like he wants to know that.
Yeah, Aiden, I'm looking forward to it,
serious. That you're serious enough to like buy them before. Because he doesn't want people that don't know nothing about sharpening freaking going up and being like, "He sucked."
Yeah, that. I think that it's exactly that. He wants to make sure that it's people that are actually sharpeners, actually into it, and know what they're doing. Buy the 1x6s before he'll sell 1x8s. That way, just some random person don't just buy them and then they're a half-ass sharpener and his brand's getting slammed. I mean, it makes sense. It does. It makes sense.
I don't know.
I'm very much looking forward to trying them.
I kind of want Grind Knife to make some 1x6s because his stone. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's a market that
it's pretty good, man.
I think we're about to see a whole bunch of companies start to dump stones into the 1x6 market. To be honest, it's too popular over here. The 1x6 market, and we're going to start seeing more stones pop up.
It's the easiest way to get the perfect edge on it, man. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You don't have to worry about being good. You don't have to worry about because right now I am sick and I put a suck edge on this.
Yeah.
I'm not too proud to admit it, but I mean it was really good, and I did something to it. And I don't.
There's a healthy learning curve in freehand sharpening, man. It's not that hard. It's not that much of a learning curve to get to where you can do, to get reasonably sharp edges. But there's a significant freehand learning curve to get truly good at freehand sharpening, and most people are not willing. And I get it. Most people are not willing to invest the time or the money to get truly good at freehand. And I understand it. I do.
The cheaper cut system, man. It was what I needed to get good enough to try it on okay knives and actually get okay edges. Are they as good as a fixed angled edge? Is this edge as good as if I would have put it on a fixed angled system? Absolutely not. But
it takes a long time.
It's still sharp as hell, baby. It's sharp as hell.
Yeah. it takes a long time to get it. I would say that the average person who's serious and that really wants to learn it, it's going to be, I'd say the average person would take 3 to 4 years of freehand sharpening and doing it seriously before they're capable of getting fixed angle quality edges freehand.
And I think I know exactly what I'm doing that's making my edges not as good. Edges that come off of a fixed angle system are perfectly acute. They are absolutely straight angle, apex at the end. As long as you deburr, you can't fuck it up.
Exactly.
Those are facts. As long as you deburr properly, you use a stone compensator, and you deburr right, you can't fuck it up.
No,
now
you can't.
Fixed angle or freehand sharpening, I am pretty positive that I'm putting ever so slight convexity onto my edge.
I cannot. How long have you been doing it?
3 months.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt. In fact, if it's only a little bit in 3 months, that would be fucking, excuse my language, impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it looks... Let me get a microscope on this.
See, to get, for me, I can hold very flat bevels.
Dude.
Okay? For me to be able to get bevels that flat, and that I would say this is very close. It would take a good fixed angled system to be able to mimic this edge as far as flatness. If somebody can learn to do that in a year, they really, really did a good job. I'd say to get that flat, it typically takes people years to learn that.
I don't really see any facets, but...
Now, the only way to really tell, it's like looking at yours, that's pretty good, dude. Like, no kidding. That's pretty damn good. But what really will show you, the way the light reflects will tell you pretty good, but not really good. Have you ever seen one of those laser angle meters?
Yes.
Okay. One of those, if you really want to know if you're convexing or not, that is how you use one of them. They will tell you. If there's any convexity, it will show it.
All right.
You can pick them up you can buy them on Amazon for like $25. And it will show you even the slightest bit of convexity and how it shapes that laser. Yeah, how it shapes that. I mean, you can see it. If there's convexity, you'll see bend in the way it reflects the light, and it's. I'll tell you this: they're accurate enough that even on a good quality fixed angled system, you'll still see a teeny bit of convexity, and that's just due to the stones themselves.
I could see that.
You know, there's no such thing as a truly flat edge. You know that. Like, that's just, there's no such thing ever. And you're definitely not going to get a truly flat edge freehand. But to get it to where, go ahead.
I can't tell you how many arguments I've gotten people with here on YouTube about using fixed angled systems, and you got to check the angle as you flip it, blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
it's close, baby. It's close enough, man. I don't know who you're sharpening for, but if it's within a degree, I'm fine with that, man.
Exactly. Like,
if my one side is 16.5 and the other side is 17.1.
Yes, 17.5.
Yeah, it's fine. You can't even tell the difference.
No, you can't. It's freehand sharpening is a whole bunch of ish. Like, it's 17-ish. 15-ish, and that is a fact. And anybody,
I like that. It's a lot of ish.
I can, yeah, it's a lot of ish. I can 100%. My hand anywhere between about 13 and 20 degrees. My hand just kind of knows the angle. Okay. And I've been doing this a very long time. And about the best I can do is keeping it, under 1 degree of variation. That's about, like, I'd say maybe if I was to really sit down and focus and lock in, I might could be to within a half a degree, but that I honestly doubt that.
Yeah, do you know? I have an angle cube right here. You know how often I use this angle cube? Almost never.
Yeah, I don't use it.
If I was going to sharpen this knife, I look at it and say, I'm pretty happy with that edge bevel.
Sure.
I'm pretty happy with what Spyderco does, like across the board. They're pretty
just
much
match it.
16, 17 degrees
Yep.
on all of their knives. I'll throw a marker line on it, and I match it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I flip it,
I'm the
and
same
it
for the
takes
most
off
part.
all the marker, it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
People get a little too wrapped up with, wanting exactly 14 degrees per side. And the thing is, even the best systems out, the best systems out there that people's dialed in the clamps as much as possible, there's still enough play in it to throw you a half a degree aside easy.
That's it. Easy. I mean, like, this is an adjustable clamp from TS Prof. There's a lot of give in different areas of this knife.
And I don't care who you are. You're not good. Nobody. Go ahead.
No matter what anybody says, I feel like there's a design flaw in this clamp.
There is. I said it from day one.
Behind this nut right here, this is a hardened steel bolt that you are driving into the bottom jaw down here, which is soft aluminum. It bit into it and dug a dip in that aluminum the very first time I used it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I started using stainless steel shim stock that I would put behind it, just so that I wouldn't
from boring in.
It's like, God, this sucks, dude.
Yep. There's a flaw. That's a definite flaw. That was a mistake. They shouldn't have made that way.
And you know who did away with that flaw?
Yeah, exactly.
The freaking $100 system.
100%.
I'm pulling this clamp off here so that I can.
If you go back and you watch the video I put out on the Zarlette clamp when they sent it to me, literally that first video, I said this is a better design than the TF Prof clamp. It performs better. I just wish they wouldn't have riveted it. I wish it would have been screwed together. That way you could adjust out any.
I kind of like any angle together because I'm never gonna adjust it. I'm never gonna adjust it.
See,
I'm a home guy.
How close is yours? Because I have two of them.
Mine's within 1 degree from side to side.
Okay. See,
I don't do any big knives either. You know what I mean? I don't sharpen any,
kitchen knives
blades. They're all sub 4-inch folders.
Mm-hmm. Mine, the first one I got was about 2.5 degrees off from side to side.
Oh, that's not
great.
But
the second, that's a little too far. But the second one, that was perfect. It's maybe 0.6, 0.5, 0.6. This is great.
That's good.
But there's, do they have, how much variance do they have across 10 of them? Are they typically within 1 degree, or are they typically within 2? 2 starting to get too much. If they're within 1, then riveting's fine. But, it kind of threw me off when that first one was that far off, and I hate, Now, they said it was an anomaly.
I don't know, because I only have one myself, but I'm happy with mine.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have
they got rid of that issue, because in the bottom jaw, there's a little rounded trench that this little rounded bolt goes into.
Yep.
So that it can't cut into it.
Exactly.
It's a super simple way that they engineered out the problem with the TS
100%.
process.
Now, my thing is, did they do that? Did they do that because they knew that that was basically a failure point or a design issue? I don't know. Or was it a
Well,
happy
here's the
accident?
thing. I don't know, man. They
Yeah, I
had to
don't know
do.
neither.
They had to. If it would have been one thing, if it would have just been the bolt being rounded, I could say maybe that's an accident. But they
Yeah.
have the rounded track in the aluminum also that matches
Yeah,
up with it. I
for
think
sure.
that was there by design.
That very, very well may be. And if it is, good on them for
That's
being on
exactly.
top of it.
Good for you guys, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like the people over there. They're good people. They're
I do
trying to
too.
make a good product. I like talking to them. They're humble, and I appreciate them and what they're trying to do.
That's it.
And they
Whenever you
make a
talk
good
to them,
product.
they send you pictures of them actually using the product.
Yep.
When I talked to the Zarok guy, he would always send me pictures of him using the prototype clamp.
Sure. Sure.
When
Yeah,
I
they're good
talked to
people,
Kai,
and they're trying, man.
they're using the prototype stones. They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a big difference. 10 years ago, if you ask somebody, "Hey, how are Chinese knives?" they would say they're garbage. They're all
Oh,
crap.
sure.
They all freaking have USA stamped on them. They have a
Mhm.
United States flag on it, and they're all
And they wouldn't
garbage.
be wrong. They
And
were
right
bad.
now, 10 years later, I mean, freaking a lot of them are really freaking good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look at what you can get from China right here. Right here. And this is a USA company. And these are on sale at $18.99. And this is a damn good knife right here. Like,
That's
it's
it. A
honestly
knife.
baffling that they can make this and profit at
Yeah,
under $20.
you can't get a knife in titanium or okay. I was thinking real recent, like about maybe possibly. I've kind of always avoided the YouTube guys' knives
Uh-huh.
because I mean every YouTube guy has a knife made. The
Oh, I get it.
Tri-Stash, the
I
freaking
don't buy it.
Ramabon. Everybody's got one. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I really do like the Kunwu Excalibur. And this latest one in Elmax steel with the Versalock, dude, that's a nice knife, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a nice knife.
they make some really nice knives. I'm just, for me personally,
I don't
I'm
know.
not. I am not into the every YouTuber being as soon as they got a big enough audience that they just magically they're a knife designer.
They're a knife designer. I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm
honest with
not
you.
into
The
that.
reason that I didn't buy it, here's the reason I didn't buy it. Elmax, great. The Versalock, great. The knife shape is great. It's a really good looking knife. The Elmax is run 60 to 61. Poo poo.
Yeah, that's a
Dude,
problem.
come on, man.
And Todd,
Come
no,
on, man.
the Y clamp from TS Prof, the jaws are definitely aluminum.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, 100%. And it ain't no 70-75 aluminum neither. Yeah. And Aiden, I totally agree. 2mm GSK would outlast Venice easily. Easily. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. The people that they like these they like these influencers, and they want to support them, and they like the design, and I know a lot of them buy just to support the
okay.
their channel. I
Anyone?
am not so much like that though.
We have somebody asking Adama here. We got Adama asking if anybody's having issues with their Work Sharp RMX. I have actually heard about people having some issues with their RMX.
Yeah, I haven't even
I've
looked
seen
into
I've seen
them, to
some
be
guys on
honest.
YouTube that sent theirs back. Oh shit, what was that problem that he sent it back for? I just saw it yesterday. Because I know, one, that the cartridge is hard to get in. It looks like it's easy, but it's not. What was
Yeah.
the issue?
That knife to me, I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. Who makes that sod buster or fixed blade, Aiden? That'd be sweet. And I agree, Todd Carr. MBK, they do really good work. I have quite a few of their knives.
Yep, I was just looking at one of their ZDP 199s just the other
Yes,
day.
their ZDP performs its ass off. I very much like it. I have 4 or 5 of them.
We decided to get a Spyderco instead.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If it comes down to one or the other, I'd do it too.
It's fine. It was either, I think it was a bolster lock, honestly, the one that I was looking at. Titanium bolster lock. And it was like, it's like $70 less to get a freaking, basically same as this.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. Like, the Psyche ZDP is done really good. And I mean, MBK, they do a good job too, but yeah, their geometry isn't as nice. And yeah, I'd say if I didn't have either, I would have went the Enduro route as well. And I really like that model anyways.
The Enduro is growing on me because it was like, I really like the stretch. So that was like my basically my 4-inch handle folder that was like the one that I liked. This one here,
I get it.
I've heard so many complaints about this handle shape, about how it doesn't line up with your hand, blah, 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 blah.
I love the Enduro, man.
I like it too. Like, I don't know whose hand doesn't match up with this, but
yeah, no.
either
it's
choke
good,
up
dude.
on it,
or hold it center.
Two fingers here, 1 and 1.
Exactly.
Or you choke back and it's 2 fingers in the back and 1 and 1.
Exactly.
I mean, it's fine. I like it. Money.
I don't know thoughts on the Kershaw. I don't know that model. Is that a USA model? Tactical Center? Ray, bro, it's 10 o'clock. I did not realize it's that late. I'm going to have to call it, my man, because I have to go pick my daughter up from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, let's call it. All right, guys, it was fun. It was real. And thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see y'all in 2
awesome.
weeks.
It was good hanging out with you, DCS, and I'll see you 2 weeks from today, baby.
Hell yeah, man. All right, Ray. I'll talk to you later, bro. Everybody else, y'all have a good night. And thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Yep, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming, and we'll see you next time.